All right. Good morning, 601.
Good morning, Miss Candela.
Thank you, Joelle. Good morning to you, Joelle. I guess Joelle's the only student I have today. That's cool. Joelle will get the credit. I need cameras on. Hey, Chidozi. All right. Thank you, Joelle. All right, listen up. There's been a few changes in the math class. Let me just write Chidozi's name down in my notebook because my notebook is almost filled up. Look at this. You see that? This is all from September. You see all these pages? I'm going to be working on the next one. All right. So there's been a few changes, as you already know. As of yesterday, it is part of your routine to submit your daily notes on Google Classroom to earn a grade. There's people in here that didn't do it. There's people in here that just let an easy 100 become a 0. Please, I beg of you, please submit your notes. I don't know how many more times I can ask of you to submit your notes every day. Shout out to those that did, though. You got your feedback. In order to receive 100, you need your name on the paper, you need the date, and you need the learning target. Name, date, learning target are required. And then you copy down the model problems. You don't have to write the question, you just have to write the work neatly. You're supposed to use your notes to go back to do the work. Today, what's gonna happen is we're gonna assign someone to read the first page. Carlos isn't here today, so can't have him today. Pick somebody else. We're gonna have someone do a quick check for understanding. We're gonna have someone do model problem 1, model problem 2, guided problem 3. Once we finish that, we'll be in a breakout room. Half the class with me, half the class with Mr. R. Let me finish, Joelle. Then, during the breakout rooms, we're gonna have a student be the teacher, and the teachers, like myself and Mr. R, are gonna sit back and hear what you do. And you're gonna walk your classmates through the problems, which are 2, 4, and 5. Then, at the end of class, you have an independent practice, and you have an exit ticket, and we're gonna do Padlet. Okay, Padlet is where you're gonna type with your name on it. You're gonna answer a question that we have created. That's today's structure. Tomorrow is parent-teacher conferences. So that means you do not have math class on Wednesdays ever, but Thursday is parent-teacher conferences, but you will have an assignment. You will have a project to do on unit rate that we told you about last week. So it will be posted at the end of today, and it will be due on Thursday by the end of the day. So you have all Wednesday and all Thursday to work on it. Hint, hint. The last class in 604 did awesome in the breakout rooms with myself and Mr. R. So whoever was in their breakout room, that's their group they're gonna do the project with. So whatever breakout room you're in, if you feel comfortable, work with the people in your breakout room between Wednesday and Thursday. You can hop on Zoom with them and do the work together. Does anyone have any questions about that? Joelle, you have a question about what I said?
Can we do the project? So when you post it today, can we do it today? Like
as long as you have it done by Thursday, but it is a little lengthy, but it's nothing that you can't do.
I didn't get to do that already yesterday because I went out. So
you got to make that up. You okay? Just do that at your own time. You have to still do iReady every day. All right, let's get the show on the road. Here's how it's gonna go. Helicia, I would love to hear from you. You're gonna read the first page for me. Chadozi, you're gonna do, when you see quick check for understanding, you're gonna do A and B. Emily, you're gonna do check for understanding C and D. Remember this because I'm not gonna remember. Nia, you're gonna do model problem 1. Tori, you're gonna do model problem 2. Christian and Heaven, you're gonna do model problem 3. Got it? I didn't forget about you, Heaven. I see you over there. All right, let's get the show on the road. Cami Editor was not working last class. I hope it's up and running now, because let's see. Nope, of course not. The days I want to use it, but yes, finish your thoughts to earn kickboard points later about unit rate. Okay, there's a little Padlet to do. You're gonna type in that later. Joel, you still got your hand in the air. I already answered your question. All right, today it's Tuesday, November 17th of 2020. We're working with 6.RP.3 and 6.RP.3a, dealing with ratios and unit rates and tables. Learning target, let's go. Alicia, this is you.
Do I read it out loud?
Yes, ma'am.
I can use tables to create equivalent ratios as well as finding the missing values for the table.
The vocabulary words, please.
Unit rate is the part of the rate that is being compared to 1. You divide the total by the number of items. Rate is an equivalent ratio that compares the first quantity in a ratio to only one of the second quantity. Ratios compares any two quantities.
Thank you, Helicia. Now listen up. You just got to write the learning target. Name, date, learning target. These vocabulary words should have been written from yesterday. If you need a reference, go look at Nia Miller's notes. They were beautifully modeled yesterday. That was a perfect model. Okay. Tori, can you read where it says note? There's a little thing with stars on it.
Note, ratios, rates, and unit rates are all comparisons. They compare one quantity to another quantity.
Great. Everyone should have had the learning target. You needed name, date, learning target. That's all that was required right now. These vocab words you have from yesterday.
Can I finish writing it?
Excuse me?
Can I finish writing it?
All you have to do is write the learning target. You don't need to write these vocabulary words. Okay? All right, steps for solving equivalent ratios. Maya Roberts, please read these 4 steps. Well, go on mute, please, okay?
Oh.
Find the unit rate. You either multiply or divide to find the missing number value. If a top number is given, multiply to find the bottom number. If a bottom number is given, divide to find the top number.
Thank you, Maya Roberts. So Maya Roberts, as what you just read, Maya, look, it says if the top number is given, multiply the bottom number from the unit rate. So here, how do we go from 3 to 6? We multiply by 2. 3 times 2 is 6. 5 times 2 is 10. How do we go from 3 to 9? We multiply 3 times 3, we get 9 on the numerator. Whatever we do to the numerator, we do to the denominator. And 5 times 3, that's how we got 15. To get the next one, 3, 6, 9, the pattern is skip count by 12, Joelle. 3 times 4 is 12. 5 times 4 is 20. Whatever you do to the numerator, you do to the denominator. This picture actually, guys, is in Google Classroom. So you don't have to write it down. This picture is there. Here's another visual to show you what we've been doing. Okay, so you don't have to write this down. It's there for your reference, as well as equivalent ratios, how to use ratio tables, and simplifying in case you forgot. Okay, check for understanding on equivalent ratios. Complete A through D by filling in the missing numerators and denominators of equivalent ratios. Hint, whatever you do to the numerator, the top of the fraction, you do to the denominator, the bottom of the fraction. Okay, A and B, all you now. Enough of me. Let's go. I assigned you. Where are you? Nia Miller, can you do A and B, please? Because they seem to not remember.
You're going to times it by times them by 2.
Good. So what's the new fraction?
6 over 4.
Excellent, Nia. Write that down. Nia, you're going to do B when you're ready, please, young lady. 3 over 2 equals 9 over what?
6. 9 over 6 times 3.
Awesome. Bam. Whatever you do to the numerator, which is the top, you do the denominator at the bottom. Very simple. Nia, you're going to do C and D because you did that beautifully, okay? So 3 halves, if I multiply by 2, I now get 6 fourths. 3 over 2 is the same as 9 sixths. They're all equivalent or equal because multiplication and division are inverse operations of each other when you're dealing with equivalent ratios or fractions. Okay. Unfortunately, I can only keep 2 up at a time because I don't have Kami Editor. It's not working. So we're going to move up to the next one. All right, Nia, C and D, 3 halves equals something over 8. Take it away, young lady. What do we do?
Times it by 12.
2 times 12.
Times. Oh, I thought I was just doing D. Sorry. Times it by 4.
Times it by 4. Okay, awesome. All right, so we're gonna multiply by 4 here. Let me just go grab my pen. All right, I get the orange pen. Multiply by 4, multiply by 4, and now what do you get, Nia?
You're gonna get 12. 12 over 8.
12 over 8. Okay, go do D for us.
It's gonna let you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah, my Zoom decided to update last minute. It was crazy.
no problem.
Yeah, then.
All right, Nia, assign them all already. Nia's taking away this page. She's killing it. Go ahead, Nia, do D.
Times 12.
Okay. So what's the new ratio or fraction?
36 over 24.
Awesome. Remember, whatever you do to the numerator, do to the denominator. Very important. We're going to move on in 3, 2. Leah, pay attention. Remember who's doing 1, 2, and then I assign 2 people for 3 to help each other out. And if somebody doesn't know the work, you can help your peers, guys. Okay, Carlos is excused today, Mr. R.
Okay.
There's an email. All right. Model problem 1. I assigned who's reading that. I need you to read this problem and answer the steps first. Go. I assigned who's supposed to be reading it. Where are you? Anaya, can you take over problem 1, please? Because they seem to not remember.
Okay.
Thank you. Can you read it?
Yes. Isabella bought 4 pounds of tomatoes for $8. How much do 7 pounds of tomatoes cost? How much do 9 pounds of tomatoes cost? Complete the table below by finding the unit rate. So step 1, what are the 2 units being compared? The 2 units that are being compared are the 4 pounds of tomatoes and the $8.
Awesome. Keep going.
What 2 numbers will you be dividing? You'll be dividing the money by the pounds.
But an abbreviation for pounds, guys, is LBS, okay?
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
What 2 numbers will you be dividing? 8 and 4.
Go ahead.
Solve by calculating, determining, find the unit rate. So we have 8 divided by 4, which leaves you with 2.
2 what? To what?
$2
Per what?
for 4 pounds of tomatoes.
For 4 pounds or for 1?
For 1.
And what do we call this that you just found? What did you just find?
The unit rate.
Mm-hmm. Everyone see what you did there? Okay, continue on, young lady.
Okay.
Hazel's late. Go ahead. Anaya?
So now we're going to finish the table.
Okay.
I got kicked out.
So what do we do? Hey, Anaya.
Now we have to convert the 2 over 1 to just flat out 2.
Okay. Okay, so then she says that this now becomes this becomes $2.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
So now for 3 we do 6.
20, boy.
For 5, you do 10.
Mm-hmm.
For 6, you do 12.
Mm-hmm.
For 7, we do 14.
Okay.
For 8, we do 16.
Mm-hmm.
And for 9, we do 18.
Awesome.
We're
So
just
now,
multiplying the same number of pounds twice.
now go back and answer the question now.
The unit rate is 18.
So 7 pounds is how much?
$14.
And what was the other question?
The other question was how much do 9 pounds of tomatoes cost, which is 18.
How much?
$18 the unit.
I want you guys to see what she did here, because this is what you're going to be doing in your breakout rooms when we do problem 4 and 5 in our breakout rooms after we finish.
Ms. Canelo, can we also reiterate that they have to actually try to solve the problem on their own? Guys, we're not talking in the breakout.
Yeah, I did.
You're modeling on your own. You're doing everything on your own.
I did tell them that, Mr. R. We can tell them again, all right? All right. And remember, you got to submit a picture of your class notes every day, the entire thing. In order to get 100, you need a name, date, learning target, and the work. Okay, we're going to move on to the next problem. Problem 2, let's go.
Can I do it? Can I do it?
Sure.
Okay.
Ms.
Ms.
Canelo
Canella orders 5
pizzas.
pizzas for every 20 students working on the campus. Cleanup. How many pizzas should she order if 36 students participate? How many pizzas should she order if 48 students participate?
Go ahead, Joelle. It's all you.
So we're gonna have to do the students and the pizzas.
Okay. Oops. What does number 2 say? Read the question and tell us what to write.
Number 2 says, what two numbers would you be dividing? It would be, hold on, 20 divided by 5.
When you're ready, Joelle, read step 3 and tell us what to do, sir.
Solve by calculating and determining the unit rate.
You got this.
So 20 divided by 5 would be 4.
Or what?
Over 5 equals 4 over 5.
Or over 1, what does that represent?
1 whole.
Or what? What is the 4? Students or pizza?
Students.
What did you just find?
How many students and how many pizzas?
What do we call that?
A improper fraction.
And in math, we call this a what? What kind of rate?
Unit rate.
Thank you. Okay, finish the problem now. Fill in the table now.
20, 24,
Mm-hmm.
28,
Got
32,
it. Mm-hmm.
40, and that's it.
What about the bottom?
7, 8, 9, and 12. And 10.
Answer the question now.
So the unit rate
It says how many pizzas should she order for 36 students?
4?
Really? 36 says 4?
I don't know.
Read the chart.
9.
And
It's
How
going
many,
to be 12.
how many pizzas for 48 students?
12.
Questions?
Nope.
Mr. R, for question 3, it's Kyrene and Heaven.
Okay.
How did Joel do, Mr. R?
I think he did fantastic.
And Anaya for number 1?
Good.
Awesome.
Oh, it's Christian in heaven.
Oh, yeah, Chris. No, it's you, Kyrene and Heaven.
Mhm.
Nice try, though. All right. So, Heaven, you're going to read the problem and start us off, and Kareem's going to finish up step 2 and 3. Go ahead, Heaven.
Okay, Carlos bought 1 container of dried cherries for $7. How many containers can Carlos buy if he has $14? How many containers can Carlos buy if he had $21? Complete the ratio table below and the 3 steps to find the unit rate and to fill in the missing numbers. So, we know that Carlos wants to buy 7. He wants to buy dried cherries, and 1 can of dried cherries equals $7, and he has 14. So
You got this. You're doing awesome. I like it. Keep going.
if he buys 2, that will be 14 because 2 times 7 equals 14. And if he buys 3 containers, that will be 21. So we had to divide 14 by 7, and then 14 divided by 7 equals 2.
So what's the unit rate? I think I said it. I might have missed it. Let me ask Kyrene. Kyrene, what's the unit rate? Kyrene? Mr. R. Kyrene?
I hear. That's -5, right?
Yep. Let's track it down on Kickboard. Evan, can you pick up? What's the unit rate, darling? You said it. I think I missed you.
The unit rate is 7 and 14. I mean 1, because 1 container of dried cherries equals $7.
I liked your approach, young lady. I think you did a good job. Oh, Kyrene got kicked out.
Today, right?
Kyrene, what?
Carlos was excused today.
Yes. He had somewhere to be. So, Kevin, let me ask you one other question. Okay, this 7 over 1, what did we just find? We found the what?
We found the unit rate.
Beautiful, Evan. Anyone else have any other questions? Because now it's going to be, student is going to be the teacher, and we're just there to watch you.
Yeah,
And
I can wait forever too. So if you guys choose not to talk, then I'm not talking.
Me either.
I don't have to tell you guys if you got the answer incorrect or not correct, but you guys should be able to double check your work now too. So
You have 3 models from today, and you have a lot of models from yesterday. Okay, so.
Miss Canella, where's Andrew? Is he here?
Nope. All right, guys. We are going to put you in breakout rooms. Okay, there are 16 students, so that means 8 and 8 in a room. They're going to be randomly assigned. You're going to be completing question 4 and 5. We'll show it on our screen, and we will have, there will be a student that will be in charge of designating roles. They'll be like the teacher, and you'll make sure that the person that's answering the questions and your peers are on task. So now you're going to be able to be the teacher. but you have to speak appropriately. Okay, we'll do question 4 and 5. It's now 11:45, so we should be done probably by 12. That way you can start your independent and exit ticket. After you finish that, we have a Padlet for you to do as well. Remember, submit the notes. There's extra credit, and we're gonna now do this now. You forgot to make me Mr. R co-host. Oh yes, thank you. I did forget. Thank you, Joelle. Thank you for being helpful. Appreciate that. All right. 2 rooms. All right, here we go.
Miss Canova,
Hmm?
what district are we in?
I think 9. I think 8 or 9.
Thank you.
Listen, if anyone is caught leaving early, there's going to be consequences. Okay, there's one. This one, this one, this one. All right, let's go. Working on 4 and 5. Let's go. We're going to wait until everyone's in their breakout room.
Adios.
Nope. See you on the other side. 12 o'clock, okay?
Yes.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, Mr. R got an extra one. Oops. All right. Here we go. Everyone, I need someone to be my teacher. Is it going to be Tori? Anaya? Who's going to be the teacher? You get extra kickboard points. Tori? All right. Oh, Jamie, I don't know. One of you decide. Somebody decide. You have 2 seconds. Come off mute and hash it out. Oh, now there's 4 that want to do it, 5 that want to do it. Figure it out.
Me.
Okay, so then dish out the roles. Who's doing question? You're going to have 2 people do the questions. So 2 people for 4, 2 people for 5, and then assistants. Go. Pick them now.
Okay, I'll do 4 and 5.
No, you can't do it. You have to call people to do it.
Oh, okay. So who wants to be a part of assistance?
2 people per question.
2 people per question. Okay, so Tori, and who else? And Heaven, since I saw your hand go up. And so those are it, the 2 questions. That's it.
That's for question 4. Now 2 other people for question 5.
So 2 other questions. 2 other people for questions for question 5. Okay, Jamie, and who else?
Well, pick someone. You got pick a person.
Nia.
Okay. I'm going to share the screen, Anaya, and you're just going to be the orchestrator, make sure it's smoothly. Guys, if you need assistance, ask your peers. Anaya will call on peers to help out. Okay, Anaya, it's all you.
Okay.
Here we go.
Remote practice problem number 4. Using ratio tables to calculate the unit rate. The Bronx's pizzeria menu says that 5 pizzas cost $60. What will 9 pizzas cost? Complete the ratio table below to find out how much 1 pizza costs. Step 1. So who were my 2 volunteers for question 4? Tori and Heaven. Okay, so you guys go.
Step 1, we have to find the units that we're going to be comparing, which is the cost and the numbers of pizza. Then we have to
Do you need some help, Tori?
we have to find the 2 numbers that we're going to be comparing. which is 60 and 5.
Yes.
Then we have to work it out. So we have to divide 60 by 5 to find the unit rate.
And
60 divided by 5 is 12.
okay, so now let's let Heaven do the second part. Thank you, Tori. Heaven?
So now we know that 60 and 60 divided by 5 equals 12. So we have so the one pizza will cost $12 and so that'll be 12 over 1.
Nice job, Heaven. And now let's continue on for 3, 4, 6, 7, and 9.
So 3 and 12. 3 times 12 equals 3 times 12 equals 36. And 12 times 4 equals 48.
What
And
is 6 times 12?
6 times 12 equals 72.
You guys are also free to use a calculator, so if you guys need to use a calculator, that's okay. And if you want to help out Heaven, that is fine.
And 7 times 12 equals 84. And 9 times 12 equals 108.
Nice job. So now the question, since the question says the Bronx Pizzeria menu says that 5 pizzas cost $60, it's stating what will 9 pizzas cost. So we need to go back to our table and we need to go to number of pizzas, which is 9. And what is our unit rate?
Our unit rate is 108.
The unit?
9 pizzas will cost $108.
Nice job. Yeah, we did it.
Awesome. Anyone? I have some feedback. I just want to say that was great teamwork. Anyone else have any feedback? Jamie, any feedback?
You guys worked together good to find out the answer.
Kayla, Heaven, Nia, any feedback? Anaya, let me know when you're ready. I can erase it. Tell me what to do when you're ready.
Okay, so can you please erase for question 4? And then we can get going to question 5.
Sure will, madam.
Who are my participants for question number 5? I believe that was Nia and that was Jamie, right? So for question 5, use the ratio tables above to determine who is the slowest swimmer and explain your reasoning. Okay, so now let's see the pattern. So let's look at Sarah and Eva. Jamie, do you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
So for Sarah, her time was 3 minutes and she swam 75 meters. And then she continuously swam a little bit longer and then made a lot of progress. So the next would be she swam 5 minutes and she swam. Okay, so now we have to divide.
Mm-hmm.
So 75 over 3.
So now what we're going to do with the so now that we know that swam every single 3 minutes, she swam 75 meters, and over the time she swam was 17 minutes. So what was her finishing time, Jamie?
So you would have to divide 75. No, 75
Divide.
divided by 3,
Mhm.
and then 3 divided by 3, which would be um no clue what it would be.
You can use a calculator. You are free to use a calculator, guys. It is okay.
Okay, it would be 25.
Yes, nice job. So now that we know that she swam 25, let's look at Eva. So that we know that every time she swam for 2 minutes, the distance that she had was 52 meters. So let's find out what 52 divided by 2 is.
So 52 divided by 2 would equal 26.
Okay, so now let's have Nia help. So you're free, Jamie. Now, Nia. Okay, so now that we know that Sarah's unit rate is 25 and that Eva's unit rate is 26 for the this that they swum. Using the ratio tables above, determine who is the slowest swimmer and justify and explain your reasoning. So now we're going to answer the question.
I think Ava swam more because she did more minutes. Because on the table, if you divide all of the numbers, you're gonna get 26
Okay.
still.
So
And
Sarah,
Ava
so Sarah
and
swims slower.
yeah, yes, Sarah swam the slowest.
Okay, so let's look over our answers. Since you said that since Sarah's unit rate was 25, that it was lower than Eva's, which was 26. So that our correct answer is that needs to include in our answer. So let's look at A. Sarah's unit rate is 25 meters per minute, whereas Eva's unit rate is 26 per minute. Eva swims 1 more meter in a minute than Sarah. Okay, so does that sound along the lines of what you were saying?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so let's take a look at B. Sarah's unit rate is 25 meters per minute, whereas Eva's unit rate is 26 meters per minute. Sarah swims 1 more meter in a minute than Eva. Do you think that's correct?
No,
No, because Eva swam 1 more meter than Sarah. So what's the correct answer? A.
A.
Yay.
This was great. Did you guys enjoy this? Give me some feedback. I'm gonna hit stop share. Have some feedback? What do we think of this?
It was actually fun. It was very much more interactive.
I like how we all participated and talked because in some breakout rooms they just don't talk really much. And I like how we all participated and answered the questions correctly together. And yeah.
Thumbs up if this was helpful for you. Know if you found this helpful. Okay, so guess what? We're going to be embodying this more often. That means using this more often in math class. So that's how our structure is going to be. So we tested it out with you to see your thoughts. All right. So Anaya, we're going to do a quick thing. We're going to go do the independent practice and the exit ticket right now. So I'm going to share the screen and feel free to take over for the independent practice. Anybody?
Oh, okay.
Okay, because we have some time. We have the next 18 minutes to get this exit ticket and Padlet done. I think we can do that.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to go to the independent practice.
Independent practice. Classwork.
Do you need me to show you where it is, or you guys got it? Kevin, this needs to be done now, okay? Kayla, you too. This is not to be done after class. Do it now.
Assignment. Assigned. Posted 7 through 8. 601.
Kevin, go in your Google, Hazel, go in your Google Classroom. All right, let me know when you're there, guys. Thumbs up when you're there. Tori, Kayla, Nia, Hazel, Anaya, Jamie, Heaven. Okay. Also, guys, feel free for all of you that were in this room to work on your project together. You could work on your project that's going to be posted later today. Okay? To work together. All right, what class are we in?
601.
Okay, who's going to read this and answer question 2? Go.
So, who wants to do question 2?
I'll
Okay,
do
so
it.
Tori, and since Heaven, you raise your hand, right? Okay. So Tori and Heaven will do number 2. So we're just like how we did our practice and math today. Today, the following tables, how many words each person can text in a given amount of time. Compare the rates using for each person using the ratio table. Okay. So first we're going to look at Michaela, and then we're going to go down. Tori, you start.
So for Michaela, she types 150 words in 3 minutes, so would have to divide 150 by 3. Which is 50.
Okay, so now that we know Michaela's time is 50, we're going to go down to Jenna.
So since Jenna types 90 words in 2 minutes, would have to divide 90 divided by 2, which is 45.
Nice job. And for Maria?
Since she types 120 words in 3 minutes, would have to divide 120 divided by 3, which is 40.
Nice job. So out of Michaela, Jenna, and Maria, who has the higher unit rate? I mean, lowest unit rate.
Maria, because she has 40, which is the least out of all the other girls.
Yes.
Good job. Everyone. Anaya, see if I can move on. Can you ask them?
Okay, you can move on now. So now we can erase the work from here and we can go on. Question 3. Use the table above and information to calculate the unit rate for how many oranges are needed for one glass. Write as a numerical value. Only number only. Example, 7. Okay. Jennifer needs 24 oranges to make 3 glasses of juice. You need to make a table to show the ratios of the number of oranges to the number of glasses of juice. Calculate the table below and answer questions below. Number of oranges and number of glasses. So who wants to go next for question 4? 3 and 4. Heaven, okay. Since you said you wanted to go, I let Tori do the other one. So do you want to go, Heaven? Okay.
Sure.
So 24 oranges equals 3 glasses. So we should divide 24 and 3 because that'll give us that'll give us that'll give us 8. So we know that we know the unit the one. Wait, I'm so confused. 1 second. 23, 24, divided. So it'll be 8 oranges per glass
Mm-hmm.
of orange juice. So so uh, if we use the table above, I know that it's going by eights because if we divide 24 and 3, that'll give us 8. So 1 glass equals 8. And then the second glass, if you want to make another glass, that'll be 16.
Nice job. So now that we have our answer for the two, now we need to go on and for after 48. Okay.
So, since 4, if we keep going, if we make the chart big, if we keep making more glasses, 8, if we make 8 more glasses, that'll be 64. So 6 times 8, I think 6 times 8 equals 48.
And for the 7?
7 times 8 equals 56.
Nice job. Okay, so we need to use the above table and information to calculate the unit rate for how many oranges needed for 1 glass. So now we need to look back, and now as we look for number of glasses, which we need 1 glass, how many oranges do we need for 1 glass?
You need 8.
Nice job. So for number 4, the last question, who wants to go?
Miss,
Okay, Hazel, you can go.
no, actually, I finished the bottom one, and I'm finished.
So answer what she asked you.
Um, 1 because you're skipping by 7. If you go back to the orange top, because okay, I mean not the orange table where you see all the orange juices, how much they serve and how much they have. And if you count, it always starts at 30 to 34 to 40, 30, 34. So you're skipping by 7 and you were missing the 60. So it's 7 glasses and 60 orange juice needed.
So Hazel, I think you're a little bit confused, but let's look back and look at what we did with heaven. Okay, so now that we have our chart here, on question 4, it says use the above table, which what we did for question 3, to determine how many oranges we need for 7 glasses. So since we filled out all the information on the chart, we need to go back and look at the number of glasses, which is 7, which is stated in question 4. Since we have 7 glasses, how many oranges do we need for 7 glasses of orange juice? Let's look back. We see 56. So that's going to be our answer. You're a little bit misled, but I hope that this helped you a little bit since you went back to the chart. So
I am
now,
so impressed, Anaya. You caught the misconception. I'm so proud of you.
so now we can write 50. So now that we have our answers here, since we know that we need 56 oranges and are needed for 7 glasses of orange juice, let's overlook our answers. So for A, 50 oranges are needed for 7 glasses of juice. Do you think that matches? All of you guys. If no, it
No.
doesn't match. So now let's look at B. 56 oranges are needed for 7 glasses of juice. Is that yes? Okay, so we'll keep this one in mind. 60 oranges are needed for 7 glasses of juice. No, that doesn't really match. 64 oranges are needed for 7 glasses of juice. No. Okay, so I think we're going to go and stick with B.
Awesome. All right, guys. That was great. Thank you so much. So get in the habit because this is how it's going to be. Okay, you should all got 100. Now we're going back to the main breakout room and we're going to do the exit ticket now. So go. You should have no problem now. Go.